Akademiks can't ride no wave.
I gotta get Trench's news on my podcast. You know, when I listen to him, he's like the only Chicago person that has like a really interesting perspective. But he's telling it as it is. Let me see where we can play this. Where can we play this? No, not that. Damn, yo, Vlad be chopping up so much content. Where is it at? Is it there? Here we go. This was like an interesting take. I'll speed it up. Shout out to Vlad, by the way. It's an interesting take on like how, you know, Durk was supposedly moving. This come from a guy who's from Chicago too. Listen to this.
Been Muslim for a while, but record that you got.
Here we go.
This record, wiped his record. He knew they was coming, Vlad. He wiped the whole record. Like we criminals. We ain't thinking about going and wiping no records, man. You got millions of dollars. Well, you ain't got to wipe your record. You know what I'm saying? Like you still could go overseas. You was going overseas with the record that you got. You know, so it's like he knew they was coming, man. And then the peace thing, like I tell everybody, it's a good thing, Vlad. Like he played people. That was a whole play. But it was a good thing. You know how you got kids still believe in Santa Claus, but you as a grown person know the truth. So let them kids believe that peace was real. Let them think that, you know what I'm saying, like them putting the picture up there, like it's a start somewhere. But that was a whole play, man. That whole situation was a play. You know, that was a play for Durk. He needed that. He tried to clean up his image so when they do come, you can say that in the court. I was under United Center, had the ops up there, you know, all that bullshit that he gonna try to run by them.
Man, look, I've been on this recently because I really had to think about this whole situation for a long time. Because being in hip hop, you always have access to people who are violent, who are criminals, that will do violent things in your behalf, that are still in the streets. But when I look back on my history, I remember I had to cut off a whole bunch of people some years back.
Here we go.
Me doing crimes, if you jump and suddenly I have to deal with it, selling their name. When you look at the taxes, I don't have anyone.
Go back to Von, though,
Here we
Vlad,
go.
because I got to talk.
Right.
Durk was scared of Von. That's just bottom line. Him and the rest of them. They knew what Von was into. They knew what type of animal he was before he got out of jail. Like, they know. Like, this dude is a killing. You know, and they wanted to be around him. Von got the streets. Durk ain't got the streets. Von got the streets. They called him grandson. People thinking he King David grandson.
You see, that's interesting. I'm not fully believing it, but it's an interesting angle. But he's gonna go on to kind of detail where he feels that Von had the streets. Durk obviously wanted the streets because it's a different energy, but also they were almost pressuring him to be like, yo, bro, you ain't gonna do nothing, nigga?
He want that image. I'm going to go back to Von, though, Vlad, because I got to talk. Durk was scared of Von. That's just bottom line. Him and the rest of them. They knew what Von was into. They knew what type of animal he was before he got out of jail. Like, they know. Like, this dude is a killing. You know, and they wanted to be around him. Von got the streets. Durk ain't got the streets. Von got the streets. They called him grandson. People thinking he King David grandson. You know, but the whole time it was an old guy who gave him that name, grandson. So he had all the streets. And then he got all the real members behind Von. Like all the real, Durk paying for friends. That's how I look at it. Durk paying for friends, man. All them guys with Durk, they pay. Everybody who Durk had with him, they end up being back in Chicago, and they saying bad things about him. Or they saying that he weak and he this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like he buying people. But Von, he ain't have to buy no people because people really know. Like if he say he gonna do something to you, he really gonna do it. Durk said nobody, oh man, get yourself, you know. But Von, they gonna be like, oh yeah, I gotta watch out for him. Von said he gonna kill me. You know, he was scared of him. They was scared of Von, man. And that was their downfall and destruction. Cause him.
Somebody says, Trench's news is biased for FBG. Don't like Durk or Von. He's a goofy. Oh, you think he's biased? Oh, okay. I didn't know. I know he definitely like FBG, but like I feel like again, it's important to talk to Chicago people because a lot of this shit where we were trying to understand it with Durk, bro, you have to understand true Chicago, not necessarily only politics, but what the streets are saying. Like, there's this whole thing of, oh, slide for Von, and people like, oh, it's the fans who did it. Yeah, of course, there's a leveling part of that. But you don't think that the entire Chicago or all the guys around Durk when they're like, yo, bro, they're all looking at him like, so nothing, we ain't doing nothing? Like, I do think that's a thing.
Watch out for him. Von said he gonna kill me. You know, he was scared of him. They was scared of Von, man. And that was their downfall and destruction. Cause him, by signing, by getting, like, bringing him around the whole thing, bro. Some people, you can't show the lavish life to. You just got to leave in the hood and probably give them some pounds of weed or whatever you got to do, man, to keep cool with them. But you can't go on this. You can't go with us, you know?
So you think that Von's energy, well, yeah, I mean, you could trace the situation back to Von, obviously. So Von being in his vicinity ultimately led him to his demise.
Yep. Because they couldn't tell Von no. They scared of him. They can't, you can't tell Von nothing. Anybody who you interview and you ask them that, if they say that no, you can't tell Von nothing, if they don't say that, they lying. You can't tell Von nothing. Like nothing, bro.
Well, the fact that Von was gone and he still was running the show in a way is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Because the street's still with him. The street still. And the street still want to get back for Von. They want to get back. And you in the power to be around these dudes. You got the money. And like out of that's the only thing I was surprised at with this Durk situation, Vlad. Like when they brought up the five guys on the screen, I didn't think Diddy would be there with him because that's Durk's friend. So I definitely didn't think he was going to be there. But I thought it would be like some people we seeing in these videos waving guns around and jumping around like monkeys. It wasn't none of them. All KFC workers, man, the janitors and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he went to the space station to go and get the guy with the glasses and shit. Like I'm disappointed in Durk, man. I'm disappointed in Durk. And he did it, y'all. So y'all get in the comments, he did it. Not us. He did the shit. He went on the plane. He got all the millions. You wouldn't do this shit when you was broke. Don't do it when you get some money, man.
So what exactly is Durk's criminal record? Because I remember I was talking to someone about this, and we were kind of going back and forth. I mean, was Durk really in the streets, and was he really putting in work before he became a successful rapper?
I mean, he was like Durk would do shit. Like he'll do shit, like rob people and stuff like that. Like he was into doing.
Anyway, interesting. So, chat, it appears that the police is trying to... So, this is me reading in between the lines, chat. This is me reading in between the lines. Reading in between the lines. The police want to charge Durk for another murder for hire for the killing of Stephon Mack, which is because somebody slid for the death of D-Thing, which is Durk's brother. Here's the problem. And that's their theory. They have some proof. They don't have enough yet. Or else I do think they would have rolled out the indictment. Unless they're looking to get other people and they're just holding it. But that might be the thing because they've revealed Durk's name. But that could have been because of his other case in a detention hearing. Here's the thing, though. Again, I'm thinking out loud. Everything I just read in that search warrant, keep in mind that search warrant's from a year ago. Actually, it's from 18 months ago. It's from March to 2023. What that search warrant said is that they have a paid snitch. And by the way, I'm going to be honest with you. Is Trench's News, like no disrespect to Trench's News, I'm not trying to disrespect him. He's from Chicago, right? This person who's CHS1, this is just someone who is in the streets that knows all about the politics and knows all about what's happening on the ground. They might not know everything about a crime. So they'll come and be like, yo, this is what the streets is saying. Yo, they saying that he slid on him for revenge. They saying that Durk put money on his head. Yo, they saying it's that nigga AJ from Mike City. You get what I'm saying? So that person can't put Durk in jail, but he could put Durk in the investigation. That could be trenches. I don't know. Not trying to put him in anything. I'm just saying that person who's getting paid $12,000 or got paid $12,000 over a couple of years, that person is just doing their thing. Okay. What we don't see in this situation, we know that girlfriend was basically damn near telling, right? Girlfriend at first was trying to lie. Then she said, oh, no, it was my phone. And then she basically told about the AJ guy from Mike City. What's not in that situation in that case is none of the shooters are telling. So AJ and Marley, they're not telling. Both of them ain't telling. We're looking for the co-conspirator too. So there's some co-conspirators in there, but it seems like it's individuals they're investigating, not individuals they already know of, and either have chose to charge or got more information from them. Nothing told me that they have solid snitches in that case. What brings Durk into that case, other than CHS1 saying, yo, the streets are saying that they got get back for D thing when they killed this dude, which the cops are going to look at, right? That CHS1, that's his job to come tell the cops, like, yeah, I ain't going to lie, them niggas who died over there by the warehouses, yeah, that's because so-and-so shorty got killed. So that's why them niggas got, that's their job, to kind of tip the law enforcement off on how to investigate shit that they could lessen the amount of people to look at. So it appears that they're looking for just more information. And the only reason why Durk is so much of a big case is that the shooters got super anxious about getting paid. Now, they don't necessarily mention how much they're getting paid, but they do mention getting paid. And they text each other back and forth about getting paid. And they're asking each other, yo, what's good with OTF? What's up with the payment? And then one guy's called on a jail call saying, yo, bro, why Durk woofing and claiming that it was Tay-Town who did that? What the fuck? Basically saying, why Durk not, Durk need to check in and acknowledge the fact that we slid and killed the nigga who was somehow involved in his brother dying. So those are really big, important things, chat. Really big, important things. So they've outlined it that Durk would be a murder for hire, but they definitely need to figure out a few things. When did Durk order this, right? Because the CHS1 thing is like, he comes with the, word on the street, Durk had money on niggas' heads. Yeah, that's word on the street. Nobody. You see, in the Lil Pop case, co-conspirator 2, that shooter, he's going to be able to corroborate everything. That's going to be big. So they need a little bit more in this case to get Durk on murder for hire. And I do think that's going to come in them offering a bunch of people deals. They're going to offer, I don't think maybe the shooters, but they'll offer, there's a bunch of individuals. I don't think they're under investigation, but there's a bunch of co-conspirators. Remember they said 2 co-conspirators came to the Youth Peace Center and they basically checked in and left? Well, those are going to either be charged with murder themselves or they're going to be accessories. Regardless, they could plead down probably. They could maybe plead down from a full murder charge to accessory if maybe if they could claim, all I was told to do was to go there and be there at a certain time and just give a call to see if when that nigga comes. I didn't know they were going to kill him. I ain't know. But I'll tell you who gave the call, and I'll tell you what I heard about blah, 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 and I'll tell you how Durk fits in. Okay, we'll drop your charge, but you're now a snitch. You get what I'm saying? Perfect. So this is going to be super interesting, man. They're naming him. Again, I want to be very clear. They are not currently indicting him. But in a recently unsealed, that whole case is sealed. I do think eventually he's going to get charged. The whole case is sealed. I looked through the case on stream before. It's all sealed. So I think he's going to get charged. They're running all type of warrants. They're trying to flip people. I think he's going to get charged. But in his current case with Lil Pop, which I think they feel based on the snitches they have, and it's all about the cooperants, right? I keep telling you, like, most of this stuff, one thing, y'all all gonna be like, yo, Durk, you dumb as fuck, nigga. Like, you dumb as hell. Y'all got to stop saying that. Anybody who decides to do a murder is dumb as hell. You're just going to get caught. And when they get caught, you're going to call them dumb. Because in none of these, you see a dead to rights situation with Durk, where Durk texts someone, Did you kill bro and them yet? Did you kill so like no. You don't see no message where he says, yo, after y'all kill him, just send me a video. I want to see the body on the ground. You don't see that. You don't see yo, send me a account number. I'm going to wire you the money for doing that shit for me. We don't see nothing from Durk. We see the shooters or the other people who are thirsty for the money implicate Durk. But if those people stand tall and don't cooperate, it's still hard to tie it to Durk. If I had to break this down, and again, this is just me riffing here. I don't know. First of all, I think Durk is probably innocent. I like Durk. It's my guy. But if he did do these things, based on what I read, the pattern is this. Durk never communicated directly with any people who did the killing, which I would imagine he's thinking, I'm being smart. Second of all, he would communicate with a guy that probably communicate with another guy, and that other guy would do the recruiting. Also, I know Trench's News says, yo, he was hella disappointed in Durk because he thought it was going to be some of the guys who was waving around guns in his video. I think Durk was trying to be smart by not having them around. Yo, that's why he's saying, yo, Buka, could you put that switch on for me? He's not going to have Buka do a fucking murder. You get what I'm saying? I'll be with Zoo and them. Like, he ain't going to have them do a murder. He's shouting them out in songs, right? Like, didn't he get at, I think it was almost a line kind of aimed at Keith where it's like, yo, I think it was should have ducked or something. It's like, you got your man hot, but you named his name in the song, you got your man hot. Right? Like, so he's not going to, what he was doing was, he was getting a guy that he fuck with, he trusts. That's the only guy that could sink him. Right? The only guy who could really sink Durk in the whole situation with, the only guy who could sink Durk in the whole situation with Pop is Vonnie. Because Vonnie's on the jet with him. Vonnie's dealing with the money in terms of going to buy the ski mask, renting a car, and go get the room. Vonnie could sink him. But that's he's only attached to Vonnie. Afterwards, Vonnie is fucking with Didi. And then Vonnie and Didi says, I got a couple niggas, they're not from around where Durk from, but them niggas, I know they certified shooters and they solid. I'm going to just go get them niggas and bring them in. Vonnie says yes, which means Durk say yes. There's also no clear distinction. You're getting paid for this, which, by the way, might be out for Durk. Because you know if I'm Durk, I'm going to claim, why would I need to pay my gang to go slide on an op about a nigga we all hate? In the nature of gangs, we all hate a nigga. I don't need to pay them to do what they should be doing already. Fuck you talking about me paying them. We all love Vaughn. Fuck you mean? Now, granted, it breaks down when they're going to throw up some mugshots and some witnesses like Co-Conspirator 2 ain't from OTF. Co-Conspirator 2 ain't close with Vaughn. Co-Conspirator 2 seemingly is just recruited. That's why he's Co-Conspirator 2 in that Pop case, which that's why I think he's telling. So again, here we at with it. The mode of how Durk was operating, allegedly, don't use none of your close guys to do the murders. Use one guy you know to fuck with somebody else you know that knows some guys who from out of town, OT. And when I mean out of town, still in Chicago, but out of your jurisdiction. Not from OTF, not from Tay-Town, not from Lamron, but niggas y'all fuck with, but wouldn't be seen with all the time. Have one of them do the hit, and then it is what it is. That's how it appears to be. Now I'm hoping that's all cap, but that's kind of how, you know, the levels of separations was kind of set up, you know? Twitter, I'll give y'all one more topic before I think we're gonna do a whole show here, not just Durk the whole time. So I really only went live for the Durk stuff to kind of explain it. But I'm gonna go back to Vlad. So I want y'all to tell me who y'all agree with in this. Because I love Vlad, but I think Vlad was flagrantly incorrect Because, and I don't know if Vlad don't like, and I don't know, maybe y'all watch me and be like, yo, bro, I think you really, you fuck with Durk too much. He's a horrible person. All right, if you think that, like, I always tell my biases, I do fuck with Durk a lot. You know what I mean? I fuck with Youngboy a lot too. I always say I try to stay out of that. Their situation, I try to stay out of it. I'm not a street dude. You get what I'm saying? And that's the great thing about it. I don't need to be picking a side. However, I'm interviewing Vlad, and Vlad like basically tells me, he's like, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, he basically said Durk's a horrible person for trying to kill Quando because Quando never did nothing wrong in the Vaughn situation. And we get into an argument because I said, that's not how street beef works. Y'all listen to this. Y'all tell me who y'all agree with, me or Vlad. Just spam it in the comments. Here we go.
Whatever, man. Like, he's mad at me over, mentioning that they're having a boy, that him and India are having a boy, so his girl's mad at me, so he's whatever. Cool, whatever. This is back and forth. I always felt like if I ever ran into him, we would just have a conversation.
He's a very nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I mean, I knew him. We've hung out before. Like, I've interviewed him multiple times. I never was scared of Durk or whatever else. I always thought, like, okay, we just have to get face to face, and if we have a conversation either in person or on the phone, I will sincerely tell him that I'm sorry, and that's that. But at the point that I find out that he literally tried to kill Quando, who's always been cool with me, who I recently interviewed just like you, and I
stay out of that, Vlad.
I just felt like it was foul, and I felt like
but you can't do that, Vlad. They both try to kill each other. Street shit. Both try to kill each other.
Quando tried to kill Lil Durk.
Street beef, brother.
Quando tried to kill Lil Durk.
Would you know about that? That's the thing what I'm trying to say.
Is there any, listen, Quando got shot at right after the King Von murder. Do
you think he's a choir boy?
It's tied into each other?
You think he's a choir boy or he's a straight up pussy? Like, what I'm saying is that, what I'm trying to say is that
no, Quando's a
when
street
it comes
guy.
to street stuff, a lot of us, we always be like, oh my God, they killed Young Dolph. You think Young Dolph was just a perfect angel and he would just get shot at like a pinata, respectfully. Yeah, these are street beef. We love these guys that end up passing away or whatever, and we look at the other side who did the killing as usually, not with the Vaughn situation, who we see on camera, he was the aggressor, but we usually look at like, damn, why'd you kill him? They're both trying to do the same shit.
But in this particular case, Quando was the victim.
FBG Duck and King Von. You think that FBG people never wanted nothing to happen to King Von?
But I never took the same stance about FBG Duck.
No, but
I knew that Duck's people and...
So in your opinion, you think that Quando Rondo was just minding his business?
That night, yeah.
But it's always like that. But do you think that he was not part of this beef or this back and forth?
I have yet to hear Quando Rondo threatening King Von, threatening Lil Durk, shootings or violence occurring that came from Quando Rondo.
You're not going to hear about it until there's an arrest.
I would have heard something considering
there's
who I am.
3-4 shootings.
Do you know how many people approach me and tell me different stuff? Like, one of the shooters, I'm not going to say who it is because this was a private DM and so forth, someone who's affiliated with one of the shooters basically was like, this guy, I've known this guy my whole life. He's not even part of OTF or whatever else, so you guys could kind of figure out who it is, but I'm not going to say specifically who it is. They're like, this guy's definitely going to tell. He's not built for this. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't come from this type of background. He's not like a hardened killer or whatever else. He's going to be cooperating.
Yo, Vlad.
And he's one of the shooters.
The only thing I'm saying, listen, we could be cool with either side, and I got no problem with Quando, and I got no problem with Durk. But what I realized it from the war in Chirac. It's easy to say when someone dies or the other guy, you must be a piece of shit. Why would you even do all this to kill this guy? Then you realize it's always back and forth. You see, yeah, okay. Like I've been covering the
Not always back and forth. Sometimes you have people who are being the aggressor, who are being the bully, and who are using their money.
Oh, perfect. What I was saying is that, Chad, I'm sorry for the muting. The point is this. When we look at, and this is my point I was saying in the interview. Bro, street beef, we rap fans start turning people into victims and people into non-victims. I don't care if two gangs are beefing and one gang got 1,000 people and the other gang got 100 people. Let's put it in this context. If 10 people of the gang with 100 run into the gang who run into one person from the gang with 1,000 in the mall, they gonna do something? Of course. If 10 people or 100 people from the gang from 1,000 run into 10 people from the gang from 100 in the mall, they're gonna do something, right? Now, if they ain't doing nothing, they don't got beef. Let's be honest. Again, I'm talking about beef. In real beef, there ain't no victims. In real beef, okay? It just matters who you like more. It's like when it comes to war, right? When Russia is warring with Ukraine, or when the United States was warring with these other countries, or Germany, whatever, or we getting into it with Iraq, the perspective of who's the good guy and the bad guy is only on what lens you're looking at it from, right? Because if they do something, we're gonna call them terrorists. When we do something, we're heroes, right? It's the same thing, kind of like in a microcosm when it comes to rap beef. Both sides want to do some shit to each other, and if both sides equally don't want to do something to each other, I don't think that's beef. Now, I know people gonna be like, well, Quando and them, Young Boy and them was talking that shit that you know what that comes with. When I see you, it's up. They was on Clubhouse talking it. They was rapping it. That's how it gives it up. Listen, we not talking about this other shit. We talking about niggas really ready to get it in. All right, when you start talking like this, you start making threats like this, nigga, when you see me, you know it's on site. It's over. Let's get it in right now. Ain't no victim right there. How's there a victim? How is there a victim at that point? But we make victims based upon who we like. Bro, let me tell you this. With all due respect, I love Young Dolph. But Young Dolph could not be a victim in my book. Nigga, ever since Young Dolph died, PRE been issuing belt to ass. Nigga, it's not even belt to ass. It's extension card to ass. They've been killing everybody that got... Come on, bro. Come on. Does that type of nigga look like they could be bullied? Anyway. So you're saying Quando was being bullied? Quando was a street dude, too.
Absolutely.
Yo, if he was a civilian, yeah.
Absolutely.
You're not going to hear...
I believe in this particular situation, Quando got bullied, and they thought that they could bully him, and they didn't realize the type of people that Quando had around him, like Lil Tim, who was down to actually go all out to protect his friend.
You're going off internet narratives. You're going off what you see on the
internet. No, I've interviewed Quando and Lil Tim.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying.
I've interviewed Quando and Lil Tim. No. Even Lil Tim said, if King Von didn't attack my friend, he'd be alive today.
Yeah, but Vlad, you're trying to make one side like the victims when in street beef it's usually just retaliatory
not
shit.
In this case.
That's not true.
Tell me what Quando and his crew did.
Okay.
I'm not talking about NBA Young Boy.
Okay. See, this is why I don't agree with Vlad. Vlad is saying, tell me what, man, put it like this. Y'all, you see, again, it's different when you're a civilian. It's different when you're a civilian. When you a street nigga and you're online and y'all getting into it and you say, nigga, when I see you, nigga, y'all niggas is pussy. When I see you, this is up, this and third. And here's the thing, too, right? Here's the thing that's why I don't agree with what Vlad is saying. Bro, it's not like Von pulled up and tried to kill the niggas immediately. Bro, Quando and his niggas was talking shit, bro. That's a fact. Young Boy and them was talking shit. That's a fact. Von is on timing. When I see them niggas, I'm punching on him. He didn't even say he's shooting them. To keep it real, he should have been on that. But he said, all right, when I see them niggas, man, I'm hooking off. He goes over there, all right, fuck it. Bro, that's how issues get handled. Yo, when I see this nigga, I'm punching on this little nigga right here. He sees that nigga, and also here's the thing that's, I realized it in post. They capping, bro. Quando and Quando and King Von and them, and even YB, bro, there's behind the scenes conversation of them kind of getting at each other days before and even the day before they got to that parking lot. Just talking shit to each other. Bro, so two street niggas talking shit to each other and they see yo, you know how it's gonna go. Oh, yo, you was just talking all that shit on the phone. You was just saying this. You was just telling me to suck your dick, all that shit, and then you seen me and you didn't do nothing. You're pussy. So, of course, Von is on 10. All right, what's up? Let's get into it. Let's get into it immediately. What's up? If you didn't want to smoke, you shouldn't be talking shit. We street niggas, you know how this shit could go. And also, likewise for Von. You street niggas, you know how this shit could go. A fist fight turns into a gunfight real quick. So I agree with, I understand it all ways around. I'm just saying Quando not no damn victim. He was talking shit. When you talk shit to another street nigga, you know there could be physical altercation. Here's the thing, and this is what Von and them should know. When you think you about to get physically into a physical altercation with just fists with a street nigga, that turns to a murder real quick. It's fair all around the board. It's fair. Nigga, this the streets. Everybody's coming with all these little theories. No, nigga. The street fights I see happen when niggas get into it at the mall and this and third or at the club. Niggas start pulling out knives in the club, start stabbing niggas. Niggas shoot niggas. That's how it happens. But usually at first it's like, yo, that nigga been talking shit. Yo, when I see him, I'm slapping the shit out of that nigga, man. I promise you. On everything. On my kids. They see the nigga. If you don't slap him, you pussy. Now that nigga gonna be online trolling you. You pussy as fuck, nigga. What happened when I see you in the mall, nigga? What happened when I see you in the mall? What you do? You ain't do nothing. You ain't do nothing, nigga. You was just chilling. You walked right by me with your head down. What's popping? All right, bet. So you seen him? You go over there, you try to fight him? All right, bet. That's kind of what happens. And then what happens usually with one nigga in your crew when y'all losing the fight? Fuck that. I'm busting my gun. All of that shit is par for the course in the streets. All of that's par for the course. Like people trying to create real rigid rules. No. It's par for the course that when you talk shit to a street nigga online and he's actually like that, when he see you, he fight you or he try to beat you up. Then it's par for the course when you try to fight a nigga with your fist, you gonna have to fight for your life in the ICU with them bullets hitting your body. That's a fact too. It seems like this went down exactly like it should went down. We just love Von. We wanted him to be alive. Von, our favorite killer. Like, let's be honest. That's our guy. Talk about the indictment that they caught. There's charges for shootings in there. You think that they were just shooting at the air?
Wait.
I'm muted again? Why am I muted? I said some crazy shit too. I'm glad it was muted. I said some crazy shit. All right, man. Let me just get off of this. All right.
Wait. Quando
Yes.
has a
No. So what I was trying to tell him is like, yo, Quando is bro, his indictment is for criminal street gang activity, which included possession of weapons and discharging of weapons. And anybody who's in a gang, bro, they're doing some type of violence or they're inflicting violence or probably they're beefing with somebody. Why are we acting like Quando Rondo is a victim? And also, here's the thing. I'll say this for all street niggas. If you feel like you're getting victimized on the street level, bro, just come over here and be a civilian like me. Like, I got a nice little script going for myself. You think, do I look like I let any of these street niggas bully me? I tell him it's either two possibilities. You keep playing with me, I'm a self-defense guy. I got no type of threats for you. I don't want to do nothing to you. But I would hope, listen, don't come to my property. If you see me in public, please don't try to approach me because I won't approach you. And let's not play the self-defense game. But beyond that, I'm also the biggest teller. So I be trying to, I think Woody was something like, nigga, I was trying to put one of y'all niggas in jail for life. So I don't play fair. I play as a civilian. I play the civilian game. So if a street nigga is getting bullied, come be a civilian. I could teach you that game. Because to keep it real, the civilian game, we got a better odds than the street niggas. But if you're a street nigga and you getting bullied, nigga, pick up a gun. That's y'all game. Pick up a gun, nigga. I'm sorry to tell you. Pick up a gun. If you feel you're getting bullied by your ops, they keep fucking all your bitches shooting at you every time you go to the club, nigga, either stop being a street nigga or pick up a gun and go handle yours. We don't want to hear nobody getting bullied in the streets. I don't want to hear that shit at all. That's just reality. I got to be honest with you. Or become a civilian. If I felt somebody's bullying me, I'm calling 911. You ain't bullying me. It ain't going to happen. But if you're a street nigga that don't want to call 911, pick up a gun. I don't want to hear no street niggas getting bullied. So Quando Rondo ain't getting bullied. Young Dolph never got bullied. None of y'all got bullied. I don't believe it. Pick up a gun. Pick up a stick. What's the fucking point of you claiming the street nigga shit if you getting bullied by your ops? You could stop being a street nigga. You could say, yo, I'm dropping my flag. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm going over here. I'm ready to tell. Perfect. Come over here. But I will never admit or accept that any street nigga is getting bullied. Now, we as fans, do we have our favorites? Of course. King Von, that's our favorite killer and favorite rapper. Young Dolph, that's our favorite. But nigga, does anybody start to think, okay, think about the people who died on PRE side and then the people who died in retaliation. Nigga, they dropped 20 bodies. Okay, Dolph died, and I think 2 other people got shot, then supposedly so. Then 20 niggas died on the other side. Who's the bully? So you're going to tell me that Dolph's side was getting bullied, but all of them niggas is dead? Niggas don't even report on them niggas' investigations for their murders or, like, their burials. It's just like, yeah, 3 niggas got killed today. They claimed that people were sliding for Dolph. You're like, who are the 3 people? We don't care. Fuck them. Nigga, the next day, the ops was down 9. That's a fact. Anyway. All right, let's move on a little bit. Clearly, a lot of stuff that's happening within this case. I also did do a video on Vlad where I said the only way Durk could beat this, it's the snitches. I guarantee you. It's all about the cooperants. We haven't seen a smoking gun. In a sense, and no pun intended, we literally haven't seen Durk send anything or be implicated in anything that makes it look like, bro, you snitched on yourself or you gave up information on yourself. The most or the closest statement could be him saying, don't book nothing with my card. And that could be anything. Y'all niggas smoke in the room all the time. Don't book no hotel rooms in my card. Yo, bro, like, I'm not paying for y'all niggas to come in out here. Like, I pay y'all a salary already. Like, yo, nigga, use your own money, bro. Yo, don't book nobody's shit on my car, bro. I had niggas book their own flights, bro. We don't know, right? But those cooperants and snitches are gonna sit there and explain it like, no, that's not what it meant. Durk told us this. He told us to slide and he would give us this then. That's gonna put him in jail if he does, right? Okay. All right. Yo, Twitter. Thank you guys. Love you guys, and I appreciate you guys. But we're out of here on Twitter. But we're gonna continue our stream on YouTube and on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitter, please come to youtube.com/KingAkademiks or twitch.tv/Akademiks. And you can watch the remaining of the stream. If you're watching on the King Academics page, please hit the subscription button. We're trying to get to 900,000 followers. Okay. Peace out, Twitch. Not Twitch, I mean Twitter.